everyone, Infinity Plays back at it again with another awesome video. Today we're ranking the mainline Sonic games. Now keep in mind, either Sonic games I've played or well known enough in order to rank. Because I've not played every single Sonic game, and for some games I probably never will. Now we have the original Sonic game. I give it a solid B tier. It's probably good for its time, but age in terms of today's time and age, it's not as good. It's the only really good zones are just Green Hill, which is like a classic, and Starlight Zone, but all the other zones are pretty much trash. I mean, Labyrinth Zone. But it was a decent start. It was a pretty good start to like the series. But then we have Sonic Labyrinth F tier. I don't need to explain it. Anyone who's ever heard of this game knows its ass. Now Sonic 2 is actually a great leap for the series. Now we had now almost all the zones besides Metropolis Zone are really good. I mean, chemical plant, Emerald Hill, Hilltop, like Mysterious Cavern, Oil Ocean, and Casino Night. And the introduction of the Spin Dash, that's awesome. Also, that epic Eggman robot fight is awesome. Now we all know where Sonic 3D Blast goes. We all know where Sonic 3D Blast goes. I mean, we all know where it goes. It goes in S tier. It goes in S tier, obviously. I'm just trolling with you, but I'm gonna leave it up there because it's funny. I'm sorry. Now, Sonic R, I mean, this game is Tails doll, so that propels it further, I guess. I mean, he's kind of overrated, but it's kind of funny. It's very funny, and and honestly, I know it's kind of dumb. It's a dumb racing game because you can actually go off track. You can actually explore the tracks, which is not what you're meant to do in a racing game. But it's actually kind of hilarious. I'm sorry. I mean, Tails doll again, and I don't know why. It's dumb fun. It's a dumb fun game. That's all you gotta know. Now Sonic CD, like Sonic 1, doesn't necessarily hold up to the test of time. I mean, the time travel mechanic was cool back in the day, but they don't really hold up now. It's just kind of like the background changed, you know. And the music when you die in the American version is just creepy. I mean, it was literally what Sonic DXC like. That was basically that music came into Sonic DXC. I don't know what to say. I mean, Sonic 3 is a pretty good game. I mean, we have Flying Battery, Sky Sanctuary. I mean, Sonic 3 Knuckles. We have Sky Sanctuary, Flying Battery, Angel Island, Hydro City. And that boss fight was cool, but Hypersonic bumps this game down a bit because it caused seizures. Next up, I do think I'm not really the biggest fan of the classics as some people are, but I still think they're good games. Now, Sonic Adventure. This game has very unique charm to it, and I like it that way. Now, Sonic Adventure is just a very weirdly charming game. I mean, I don't understand why. I mean, you get to play with multiple characters, you know? Bunch of campaigns, it's fun. I mean, and it was a pretty good introduction to the 3D Sonic games. You know? I mean, this game had some really cool story. Yeah, a really cool story on it. I mean, this game has the graphics make this game so charming for whatever reason. I don't know why. Now, Sonic Adventure 2, we got introduced to Shadow the Hedgehog, one of the one of the best Sonic characters to ever exist. I mean, seriously, the story in this game is awesome. And the ranking system is probably the best it's ever been in this game. I mean, level design is pretty creative, and while the mech shooting is a bit repetitive, well, it's but it also gives us city escape. Follow me, set me free. Trust me, and we will escape from the city. I'll make it through. Come on now, find your way. I mean, it's really fun, and the story in this is just really cool. Now, Sonic Heroes, I did feel like was a bit of a downgrade, honestly. I mean, sure, the hero mechanics were cool and all, but the main issue I had with the game was, I, I don't know, is that it were the special stages. Those special stages were trash. I'm sorry, they were just really trash. Ash, and the fact that you need to get a key in each of the levels with four different characters and not die in any of them just infuriated me. The story is also a bit weaker, but the gameplay does make up for it a bit. I don't think I can actually. I'm thinking bumping it down to a B. There's just a lot of negativity surrounding this game. There's just not as good of games as the adventure games to me. I'm sorry. Now, Shadow the Hedgehog. If you want to be an edge lord, yeah, if you want to be an edge lord, this game is the game for you. This game is just you need to literally do. I swear to God, there's so many different endings, and once you get all the endings, you unlock the true ending. There's no. This is just a really. This game was just weird, and Shadow didn't really control that well. I mean, the controls are kind of terrible. The story was weirdly paced, and yeah, this game just was not that good. Now, Sonic 06, I mean, yeah, it goes enough. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry because this game sucks! Now, Sonic Unleashed, I think this game is actually kind of good. Good. But the Werehog stages kind of drag it down. And the fact you need to get Sun and Moon medals to progress in the game just kind of was not, I didn't feel like was necessary. I mean, you did get good old rooftop run from it, but this game just, I mean, the story was a little weak. I mean, it was that's had some weak moments in it, but and I mean, it was definitely fun. And Chip was cool, but Chip was cool, I guess. But the story felt weak in parts. I don't know why. Coming into the Wii version, it does get a slight. In terms of Wii version, this one does get a boost upward, considering the fact you didn't have to get Sun and Moon level. It does the Wii version gets a little boost because mainly you don't have to collect Sun and Moon medals to progress through the game. That's gone. And the Werehog will still drag it down. Now Sonic 4, just it's just kind of really trash. I mean, in Sonic 4 Episode 2 was just slightly better trash. mean, the power moves were cool in 2, but power moves were cool in episode 2, but they break the game. And in 1, the level design is trash. Felt like absolute shit. I mean, this game is just absolute shit. Maybe 4 is better. I mean, did have original 4, episode Sonic 4, episode 2 at least had a decency to have original bosses. But episode 1 didn't. Now we're moving on to Sonic and the Secret Rings. Does anybody remember this game? Yeah, I'm just gonna put it in D tier. It's not gonna matter. Now, for Sonic and the Black Knight, I actually saw some gameplay of this, and I think it looks solid. The story's actually really good, I'd say. And it's cool, and it really leans into Sonic characters in a different universe, which is cool. I actually kind of like it's a game that has a certain charm to it, I think. Now we have Sonic Colors. Sonic Colors. To me, so we got the Wii version, and the DS version. This based, I don't know how, but for some odd reason, the DS version is better than the home console version. I think a lot of people actually say that. Actually, I think it's because Sonic Colors on DS was basically Rush 3. Sonic Rush 3. And it had more better story. For some reason, Sonic Colors on the Wii was still good, but I don't know. It was just like the story just got like turned so childish. I don't know why. I mean, that's mainly my main grudge here is that the story was very childish and just too full of jokes. But in terms of the DS version, I actually think the DS version is better than the home console version. I mean, the story actually incorporated more characters than Sonic and Tails. And honestly, special stages were probably like the best half pipes special stages. I don't know why, but DS versions are better. Can be said in terms of the others though, because the 3, oh boy. So we got the home console version of Sonic Generations. I actually like Sonic Generations. The story felt very flat on its face, but it was still very enjoyable. I mean, the final boss kind of sucked, but it was in terms of the gameplay around it still felt really nice to play. Got classic special stages. It was really nice. They were really nice to play through. And I know the other characters didn't really do anything, but considering this was like an excuse to celebrate like Sonic's 20th anniversary, I think I can allow it. But Generation of the 3DS was a pretty big letdown. I mean, it had some. Besides Green Hill Zone, they had completely different stages, just from the original one. I mean, the first one took like the best stages. Was the best stages from like the other 9 mainline games. But this one just like took some stages. No, I don't think anybody really liked that much. Why would you choose anything but City Escape or Sonic Adventure 2? Now Sonic Lost World, I'm sorry. I kind of enjoyed this game, but the main issue is that the story was absolute dog shit. Dog shit. It's just really bad. The jokes were just too much. The side villains were stereotypical, and the characters were treated horribly. And yeah, this was just a slap. This was just a terrible story. I mean, parkour was cool and all, but the game was bosses were kind of generic. And the Wisps were back for some reason. I don't know why. But the game was still kind of fun to play. The 3DS version, however, that can suck big donkey balls. It was basically the same thing as the original home console version, with basically without anything good. I mean, those special stages in this game made the Heroes ones look amazing. Trust me. Now, Sonic Mania was a very nice return to form. It really did feel like it was made by like fans of Sonic games instead of Sega themselves. Sega actually allowed them to make this. This game, they allowed fans to make official Sonic game, and it came out great. And I don't know what to say. Sonic Forces was kind of mid. I mean, the story was pretty bad, and the gameplay didn't feel as smooth as Generations. And Classic Sonic was back for some reason, and that Sonic Help Me scene was pathetic. There was just not that much good in this game. I mean, making your own OC was cool and all, but and the fact you could wear a Sonic shirt at least bumps us above F tier. There's nothing too special about this game. every level is short. Sonic Origins, I think. Sonic Origins, I think. Yeah, it wasn't as good as Mania. I'm gonna give it an A tier because it wasn't as good as Mania. It was basically the same thing as Mania, but not as good. Now, Sonic Frontiers, I actually really like this game. I actually, as soon as I saw gameplay footage of this, I feel like I had to buy this game. It had some really cool fun. It was really fun to play through, beating up all those bosses. And the story was actually made you care about the characters. You know, it was actually a good story. The gameplay felt good, and I know the the gameplay cycle was also pretty good. I mean, they revived the characters after like their stuff in Front Forces. And this game was really fun to play through. Sonic felt very smooth and easy to control. The world was big, but due to Sonic's speed, you could get around it easily. Yeah, and I like the this game. Honestly, it was very fun to play. I was playing S tier. Here is the completed list. Infinity Plays here. Make sure to subscribe, comment, like, hit that bell so you get notified of my future videos. And until next time, bye bye!